Dear students, today I am going to give a lecture on agribusiness management, its concept, types and functions. Agribusiness is a commercial activity engaged in as a means of livelihood or earning profit. Like any other commercial activities, agribusiness is expected to make money or to attain certain goals with the application of new skills, methods and technologies. The primary objective of agribusiness study is to bring about or to introduce a competitive and sustainable atmosphere in the field of agriculture. Agribusiness management gives new avenues to producers, new opportunities to those indirectly involved in agriculture, and new varieties to the consumers. As agribusiness has evolved to a highly systematic and organized business activity, it has to be addressed in a systematic managerial approach. Agribusiness management is giving the right direction to agribusiness, making agribusiness one of the most attractive and profitable business. Now I will give the concept of agribusiness management. Management is a decision-making process based on available resources and experience in order to achieve certain goals and objectives. The diverse and the distinct nature of agribusiness makes agribusiness management a dynamic decision-making exercise. Agribusiness deals with people with diverse backgrounds such as illiterate to ignorant farmers, conservative to well-informed farmers, rich to poor farmers, etc. It involves adapting to the evolving economic environment and adoption of new technologies. Freddie Bernard et al. Defines, quote, agribusiness management is the art and science of successfully pursuing desired results with the resources available to the organization, unquote. As agribusiness management has to be operated in an organizational setup, it aims at developing and maintaining an environment within which people or individuals try to accomplish certain objectives with their available or given resources. Agribusiness management therefore involves activities starting from planning to survival and to sustainability of the organization. To elaborate, it involves a series of interrelated decision-making procedures starting from identification, planning, organizing, execution, controlling, etc. Before going into the details of agribusiness management, we shall look into the various forms of agribusiness organizations. Forms of agribusiness organization. Agribusiness organization can generally be classified into 5 forms of organization. Number 1, individual or sole proprietorship. Number 2, partnership firms. Number 3, corporation. Number 4, cooperatives. Number 5, government or state enterprises. Apart from this, there are 2 other new important forms of organization. They are limited liability company and strategic alliance. Number 1, individual proprietorship or sole proprietorship. It is the most common, simple and the oldest form of agribusiness organization. It is owned and controlled by one person or a family who has the sole responsibility of appropriating all the profits and also face all the risks involved. It is a form of organization which is prevalent in good number both in developed countries like the US and developing countries like India. Number 2, partnership firms. A partnership is the association of 2 or more people as owners of a business. There is no limit to the number of people who may join a partnership. Partnerships can be based upon written or oral agreements or on informal contracts between the parties involved. This form of organization emerged out of limitation of individual proprietorship, limited finance, manpower, and unlimited risks. Number 3. Corporation. The corporation is an organization created for the purpose of carrying on business. It is a legal entity, so it can own property in its own right. This form of business organization typically facilitates the accumulation of greater amounts of capital when compared to proprietorships and partnerships. This form of organization is becoming important day by day in this fast globalizing world, generating large-scale income and employment. Most of the corporation has become multinational, operating in different parts of the world other than their parent country. A few examples are ABP Food Group, Monsanto, Godrej Agrovet Limited, Reliance Fresh, etc. Number 4. Cooperative. It is a distinct form of the corporate form of business. It is owned, operated, and controlled by the members. The main principle behind cooperatives is the commitment to help the members to improve the prices they receive for the products they produce and reduce the prices paid for the inputs necessary to produce those products. Cooperatives provide economic benefits to member owners and then return the profit to the member owners based on its members' use of the cooperative. An important and key difference from the corporation is that corporate generates profit for the owners of the firm, whereas cooperatives do not. Cooperatives are one of the oldest forms of organization and it precedes the corporation. Examples in the Indian context include Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative, Amul, sugar cooperatives, etc. Number 5. Government or state enterprise. It is also a legal entity that undertakes commercial activities on behalf of an owner government. In agribusiness, such organization not necessarily aims at generating profit only. Rather, it acts as a support system to agribusiness, like giving quality seeds and fertilizer at low price, providing agricultural tools and machines at subsidized rate, creating cold storage chains, etc. Few examples in the Indian context are National Seeds Corporation, Northeastern Regional Agricultural Marketing Corporation, FCI Aravali Gypsum and Minerals India Limited, etc. Number 6. Limited liability companies. It is a relatively new type of business organization that closely resembles a partnership but provides its members with limited liability. In other words, members or owners are legally responsible for its debts only to the extent of the amount of capital they invested. An example is India Agribusiness Fund Limited, a venture of Robobank, which is listed as a LLC in Mauritius. And the last one, number 7, Strategic Alliance. It is an organizational setup or arrangement where agribusiness firm comes into alliance with another firm, not necessarily dealing with the same product, to achieve certain goals. Many agribusinesses have formed strategic alliances and relative cooperative relationships with other firms. Strategic alliances are cooperative agreements between firms that go beyond normal firm-to-firm dealings but fall short of being a merger or full partnership and ownership. Such alliances can include joint research efforts, technology sharing agreements, joint use of production and service facilities, agreements to market each other's products and the like. An example is that of First Line Seeds and the Maple Leaf International. These general organizational forms are found across the countries and have similarity in their setup. The difference is on the legal status, whether they are formal or informal, organized or organized, based on the nature of legal setup that exists in their respective countries. These organizational forms have their own advantages or disadvantages. Selecting the best form of business organization for a particular agribusiness is an infrequent business decision for both management and owners, but an extremely important one. Types of management. Agribusiness involve multiple layers of activities ranging from procurement or buying inputs to the final output to the end user consumer. Every activity or phases has its importance and can be addressed through a holistic management approach. The types of agribusiness, according to Freddie Barnard et al., can be categorized as: number 1, marketing management. It is concerned with the fundamental concepts and the tools an agribusiness manager uses in identifying its target market and taking its product service information offering to the market. Number 2, financial management. It is concerned with the basic financial statements, financing the agribusiness, and making operating and capital investment decisions. Number 3, operation management. It is concerned with supply chain management such as production planning, total quality management, and logistics management. And the last one, human resource management. It involves the managing of firms' people resources. Now we come to the functions of management. As discussed above, management is about getting a task done in a systematic scheme of things without compromising the goals, maintaining the standard, efficiency and the efficacy. In agribusiness management, some analysts view it as a division of 4 areas of functional responsibility, such as finance, marketing, supply chain management, and personnel. Some others view it as coordinating resources such as money, market, materials, machinery, methods, and manpower. But it is generally accepted that it is the process of achieving desired results with the use of available resources by performing the basic functions of management. The functions of management are: A. Planning, B. Organizing, C. Directing, D. Controlling. A. Planning. It connotes a futuristic and forward-thinking course of action in order to attain certain objectives. This course of action is practicable as it is based on the solid foundation of available resources and capacity. In other words, it means deciding in advance what is to be done, how and where to be done, who will do it, and how results are to be evaluated. Planning is the basic function of management. The affairs of any organization are likely to be affected without a thought-out plan. Planning is necessary to ensure proper utilization of human, financial, and physical resources to achieve the objectives of enterprise. The merit of the plan is also dependent on these resources. A manager of agribusiness firm will gather facts and information. He will analyze the data and set the ball rolling for planning. Further, he will set the goals for achieving the target. For example, in a dairy farm, after gathering all the facts and information, the manager will start planning how much money he can and should borrow to replace old technology, milking equipment, or to buy additional hybrid cows or a new truck for transportation and then determine which brand or models to purchase. B. Organizing. It is the second line of management functions where the structure and allocation of jobs are determined. It is the arrangement and allocation of work, authority and resources in an effective and efficient way. To organize an agribusiness is to provide with everything useful to its functioning: land, labor, capital, and organization, and other managerial techniques on farm. Organizing involves determining the activities to be done, grouping the activities, assigning the grouping activities to individuals, and creating a structure of authority and responsibility among the people to achieve the objectives of the enterprise. Continuing with the diary example, the manager will lay out the details of the individual or groups to carry out different activities. He will utilize his staff in the manner that suits their skills and capacity. He will go for individuals who have the banking knowledge in order to get loans or borrow money. Then he will assign the one who has the knowledge of animal husbandry to get the best hybrid cow. He will ask for the person to get the best fuel efficient truck for transportation, etc. C. Directing. It is the process that includes all activities which are designed to encourage the subordinates to carry out their assigned works with zeal and efficiency. The role of manager in this function of management is critical. It is a dynamic function of the management and one has to lead from the front. Directing is about leadership, communication, motivation, and supervision. Continuing with our examples of dairy, when all the assigned works are initiated, there may be instances when some of the newly bought hybrid cows may die or fall sick. Such situation is part and parcel of agribusiness firm. In this situation, the firm or organization may experience fall in confidence level. In this particular situation, the manager has to lead from the front and motivate his team. And he has to supervise in a manner that the situation in hand is dealt with calm and composure so that the morale of his team is also boosted. And the last one, controlling. It is measuring and correcting of activities of subordinates to ensure that events and activities conform to the envisaged plans. It measures performance against goals and plans. It is also about neutralizing the negative deviation or events which acts as a hindrance in accomplishing the goals. Controlling ensures the planned target to be achieved in the stipulated time. It helps to measure progress and also helps in assessing the performance of subordinates. If some of the subordinates are lagging behind or performance indicators are lagging in terms of the plan, remedial actions and measures have to be placed in time. Continuing with the previous example, the milk production target of the firm may give an indication of shortfall due to death or weakness of some cows. The manager using this controlling function may go for additional focus on feed. He may ask the feed in charge to explore options for improved variety feeds, which may boost the milk production in the short period. So these are the four broad functions of agribusiness management, and each has its equal importance. Success of agribusiness lies in the carrying out of these functions with a determining approach. Now we come to the concluding part. Agribusiness management is an efficient way of carrying out agricultural activities. Agribusiness management has to be understood as a systematic and coherent application of the art of dealing with different people engaged in various levels of agricultural activities within a fast-changing economic environment where modern technologies are making inroads in an unprecedented way. Agribusiness management has been evolving with time and is responding to both new and old forms of organization with the application of wide varieties of new management methods and approaches. That's all for the day. Thank you.